Guys, welcome back to the Better Project. This episode, we got the White David Goggins.
Fuck, here we go. It's already started.
Kyle Banfield, how are you, mate?
Not too bad, bro. Yourself?
Good, mate. How was yesterday's workout?
Mate, it was fantastic. I seen you fucking sweating your balls off, almost dying at the end, but you were alright.
Bro, I thought I was going to die for a second there.
After that, knapsack was easy. It
was the drop set right at the end, bro. That's what killed me.
Bro, I threw those fucking 5 plates and I was like, bro, that is too much, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this.
But it was good to...
It's always good to push yourself, but...
Yeah, I haven't trained like that in ages.
Yeah. How'd you go today?
Not too bad. I'm a bit sore, but I usually feel my soreness like the second day after.
Yeah, my
I
back...
get really delayed.
My chest is fine, it's my back. My back's a bit tight, but
yeah.
Shit, bro, I was going to go train shoulders. But I'm going to swim instead. Just go have a swim.
For all the listeners out there, this guy's fucking crazy. Trains like a madman.
Yeah, train like a madman. That's about it. Nah, I try my best, bro. I just like to push myself, bro. I like a challenge.
Yeah.
Don't like fucking just sitting around.
So take me back to your upbringing. What was that like?
Fuck. I lived in fucking Lethbridge Park. You know, fucking...
Yeah.
Housing commission. Back with fucking... My parents split up when I was about 8.
Yep.
So fucking... My dad, he moved out to... I think at the time it was Colleton. And then my mum stayed in the house that we're at. So... Yeah, it was pretty tough, bro. Like, sometimes it was. But I was 8, so I was like, kind of knew what was going on. But I ended up living with my parents 50-50.
Yep.
So I'd fucking go from my mum's to my dad's every weekend on a Sunday. And it wasn't fucking... I just played footy, I just did sport, I was fucking training 5 days a week, fucking playing Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was always busy. And so my parents pretty much made it so that I didn't really focus on what they were doing. I was just fucking busy all the time, training, sport, fucking... And then... My dad has started his own business and had like that sort of like money life where like he had a bit more stuff and he used to buy his stuff, and whereas my mum was a bit more poor and like fucking she'd more be about like care and love and like spend more time with us. And I got real close to my mum when I was real young. Still am. I'm still super close to my mum, and I started to drift away from being close to my dad for a while, but now I'm starting to understand like what he did when I was younger and all the things he did for us and stuff. So it's a lot different now than when I was young. We were a bit, how you going with the family and stuff. But yeah, it's worked out. My parents split up was probably the best thing that happened for me as a person, because I had to go through that when I was young, and now I think I seen both styles of life, like a bit more of like that luxury life and a bit more of like the poor, like family orientated, life. And I pick and choose the bits and pieces I want from each. Like there's good and bad in everything. There's not just fucking good over here and then all the other people are bad. There's levels to everything. So
makes you appreciate life a bit more as well.
Appreciate a lot of things, yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
Oh, shit.
Oh, one of those families, is it?
Man, I got one full brother.
Yeah.
And he's in the Navy now. He's up at Darwin.
Yep.
I got an older sister who's my mum's kid before she met my dad. She's 27. She just had a son a few months ago. Oh, it would have been almost a year ago now. I got 2 twins from my dad and his ex-wife now, who was my stepmom at the time. Twins there, 11 I think they're about 11. And then I got a little brother from my mum and her new partner, and he's 4.
Got a whole tribe.
So my mum was fucking had a kid when she was 16. My daughter, her daughter was my sister, and when she was 16, and then she had a kid when she was 43, 42.
God,
who's my brother.
That's a big age gap.
Yeah, man. She just loves kids. She just loves family and shit. So,
are you close with your siblings?
I'm super close with my brother.
Yep.
Like, because we went through all that shit, and like together, and like we've got pretty similar personalities. He's a bit more, a bit less into training, more into drinking and that sort of stuff. But he's in the Navy. He's still doing what he needs to do, and But yeah, I'm super close with him. Me and my sister disappeared for about 7 years. No one didn't speak to anyone in the
Oh,
family.
really?
But she come back when she got pregnant and
Ah.
just started to fucking see the family again and stuff because
Yeah.
she needed family around because she can't really do it by herself. But yeah, my little brother and sister, the twins, they're with their mum a lot, so it's hard to see them because I got to go to my dad's place because I live with my missus, so it's hard to see them.
Yeah.
And my little brother Lincoln is my mum's little baby. I seen him actually yesterday. I went there after we worked out. I went
Yep.
there and went and seen him for a bit. But yeah, it's fucking hard, man. Family's tough. Family's tough. I learned that when I was young.
Yeah, God, it'd be hard getting around to see all the brothers and sisters.
Yeah, man, it's tough, bro. I got a big family. And that's not
Yeah.
just that, bro. Like, I got like 4 uncles and 2 aunties on one side, and I got like 5 uncles and 3 aunties on the other side. All the cousins, bro. It's non-stop. Family's
Yeah.
crazy. I like to just get away for a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I live by myself. I moved out when I was 17, bro. Fuck.
Really? That young?
Yeah, I moved out when I was 17, moved into my missus' place. Let's get away from family, bro. But now I appreciate it more as
Yeah.
I've gotten older. But when I was 17, 18, 19, bro, I didn't want to bar a family, man. I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, God. So, I mean, I only have one brother, so
Yeah, that's... You don't know what that's like, bro.
I'm happy with that, and I don't
Yeah.
even get along with him half the time, so...
Yeah, well, family's tough, bro. But look, it's... Blood's thicker than water, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for family, but fuck, it's hard, bro.
So you moved out when you were 17. How long you been your missus for?
5 years? 17, 5 years, yeah, 5 years.
So basically that first year or so you guys were together, you moved out.
Yeah, and 7 months, 8 months in.
God, that was quick moving, wasn't it?
Yeah, I moved into her parents' place and... Well, I was there all the time, so her mum was like one day, if you might as well just bring your stuff here. Sweet. Fuck, I
Yeah.
wanted to get out of my house anyway. Because I was, at the time, it got to a point after like living week by week with my parents, it got to a point where we were pretty much just making the decisions.
Yeah.
Like me and my brother, we get to pick and choose. Like, fuck, if I was going to stay at my mum's for fucking 4 weeks, I'd stay there for 4 weeks. Or,
Yeah.
you know, but it was hard because both parents were still like, I was still under 18. They still had a bit of that say, like, you should still see us 1 week. So then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go. And then after I left and moved out, would have been about a year and a bit later, I got fucking blind one night. So I used to be a bit of a drinker back when I was like at 17, 18. And this instant pretty much stopped me from drinking.
Yeah.
I got pretty hammered and had a big scene at my missus' place, and I told her I didn't want to fucking live there anymore. I told her that all this shit that happened, like I just want to go back home. I miss my mum and all this stuff, right? I was blind. I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember much of it. But anyway, I just left her on the street in Blacktown, like 3 o'clock in the morning by herself. Got my mates to pick me up, and I like went back to my parents' place, and then like it was a stupid thing. It was fucking, but like afterwards I thought about it, it's like, man, I missed my parents, but I didn't miss being at home. I did not want to go back home.
Yeah.
I just had little fucking drunk moments and shit. So that's why I stopped. And partly because of why I stopped drinking, partly because I like training and I don't like getting fucking my recovery fucking shit. But yeah, that's what led me to moving out. But yeah, after that instance, I moved out of my missus' house for about a month.
You're in the doghouse, aren't you?
No, I moved out. I fucking hope I was in the doghouse. Fucking Jesus Christ. I was not fucking, she was not happy. No, her parents were more pissed than anything. But yeah, I moved out for a little while, but then I like slowly, gradually started going back there more again. And then after a while, like I moved back in there, but her parents, my mum wasn't real happy about it. But yeah, we moved out not long after that to my auntie's granny flat. Lived there for a while. Would have been a few months, and then now we moved out with fucking my mate with fucking Smallwood, and we were out. He lived there with us for about a year.
Yeah.
But we kicked him out recently. Fucking, he's just getting under our skin. It's hard living with people, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's hard enough living with your missus. Nah, she's alright. She's good.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to moving in with my missus.
Hopefully she doesn't see your podcast, bro.
She doesn't.
Yeah, just edit it out.
Nah, I just don't want to give up my space.
Yeah, no, that's why I do that's why I do the things I do, bro. That's why I train fucking 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard, bro. And plus, my missus works at a pub, so she works nights a lot.
Yeah.
So there's days where I get up at fucking 2:30 and then I'm awake all night and I don't see her the whole day, and I go to bed at fucking 10 o'clock at night, and then I wake up at 2:30 and she gets home from work when I leave for the gym, and then the same thing happens again. So there's days where we don't see each other. Like we see each other maybe an hour here, an hour there. So living together, it's like. It's
You're
tough.
not really.
Yeah. But then there's weeks where she works during the day, I get home, we're together all night, and then like sometimes on the weekend for the whole day or the whole night, but it's not very often. It's when we don't see each other more than we see each other.
Do you think, not really seeing each other much brings you closer?
Yeah, for sure.
And you value your time together more?
For sure.
Yeah.
When the COVID hit and she was at home every day, she was just not. Like, she was just pissed off, and like not all the time. Like, she liked being at home, like as in like she liked fucking seeing me more and stuff. But like there was no drive. I was training a lot less. Like I was training reasonable amount, like running and stuff. But I wasn't. Once I got home from work, that was it. I was on the couch, fucking chilling out. But it was good to have it's good to have that like a week or like a few days where that happens. But then once it turns into 2, 3,
you get
4
on each other's
weeks,
nerves and shit.
you get it, and you get that, and like you feel lazy, and and then like because you're not doing anything yourself, you feel like shit, and then you just get into bickerings because you're both not doing nothing. You want to do something. It's just a fucking never-ending cycle, bro.
Yeah, that's why I like to have my own time and then spend a day or two with the missus.
Yeah.
If we spend too much time together, man, we just bicker.
Bro, we've lived with each other for 4 and a bit years, bro.
Yeah. Fuck.
But as I said, it's like when we first moved into with each other, I was at uni.
Yeah.
And I was working nights. So I'd work 8-hour night at a factory. Then I'd get home in the morning. She was at school still, so I'd get home in the morning. She'd head off to school, and then I'd like wake up. Like I'd have like an hour nap, and then I'd go to uni.
Yep.
Spend a few hours at uni, and then after uni, I was playing 20s at the time, and I'd go to footy training. Then after footy training, or like in between that time, I'd go to the gym because I'd never miss a gym.
Yeah.
And then I go to the gym and I go to footy training, and after footy training, I'd go to fucking back to work, and I'd do that cycle again and again. And it's like I was uni 4 days a week, and footy training 4 days a week. I was like,
that would have drained you.
I literally, I think for about 2 to 3 months, I was on maybe 2-hour naps every day. Like 2-hour nap here, 2-hour nap there, 1-hour nap here, 1-hour nap there.
Shit.
Yeah, but I was probably the most productive I've ever been in my life. Like I was like zoned into everything I was doing. I was probably some of the best footy I was playing, some of the best, like I was studying, I wouldn't say studying. I was doing well at uni.
Yeah.
But I wasn't studying. I was doing well at uni. I was training my ass off in the gym. The 8 hours of work was easy. I was just in a factory standing there watching fucking bread go, Subway factory. I was just watching bread go past. But so it was draining on but it was also super productive.
Yeah.
Getting low sleep, like working literally 20 hours a day is a lot. You get a lot more done than if you work fucking 10.
Yeah,
it's double. It's like, it mathematically makes sense. People always say you need sleep, but I don't fall into that little trap.
I like to tell myself I need sleep.
Yeah, bro. Like, look, technically you do, but really, do you? I don't know. My thoughts are like, nah, man, just get shit done. And then when your body really needs it, you'll sleep.
Yeah, like you get overworked and then you just have a day or two of rest and you're ready to go.
Look, no one's fucking invincible. Well, I don't know. Some people might be, but I'm not, and I'm sure you're probably not either. It's a rarity to be invincible.
Yeah.
But like you can push yourself further than people, like especially with things like that, like sleep. Like it's important, but people say you need 7-8 hours. I don't believe that. Oh. I functioned probably my best when I was on lower sleep. Like I wouldn't say no sleep because that's just fucking stupid, but like in between like 4 to 6 hours for me is a good range. If I get less than 4, I'm pretty crabby and pretty tired. But if I get more than 4, like 4 to 6 is good. If I get too many, I get fucking like I feel like I've wasted. Yeah. Like today I slept 7 hours. I woke up late and I felt lazy. I didn't do anything for 4 hours. I sat down on my ass all morning. I was like, fuck. That's why I was like, man, I got to go do something.
You didn't even read?
Nah, did nothing. Fuck. Did nothing. I got to fucking go home and read that book, bro, when I get home. But That's right. I got plenty of time. I'll work it out. I won't sleep.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I like to get 7 hours sleep. I know, just for me
Look,
personally.
as I said, everyone like, you got to do what you got to do. If you need more sleep, you need more sleep. I just don't feel like I need more sleep.
But then again, I haven't really tested myself either. So
but then again, if you do it and you do it for a week and you still feel crap, do it for another week, and if you still feel like then that's probably no good. Like I think most things, if you do it for close to a month and it's still not working, then it's no good. It's no good. That's it. That's how, like, especially like with training and shit like that, with your body, 1 month it takes for you to adapt, I reckon.
And like 1 week to lose it all.
No, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
It's
like,
funny how that shit works.
Sometimes 2 days to lose it. All. Depends on what it is, you know.
Yeah, just like the COVID period that fucked me.
Yeah, but that fucked everyone, bro. With me, it literally just changed my. I built my own power rack in my fucking garage because I did not want to not lift weights. But then there wasn't enough weights to actually have a proper workout. So I started, like, because I like Goggins and fucking all these guys that do the ultras, I thought, I'll start running. I remember the first day I ran 2Ks and I thought my fucking lungs were going to collapse. Legitimately thought my lungs were like, and my feet were sore, my legs were sore. And I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to run. I don't know how these people run 100 miles, you know? And then about literally 2 months later, I did the marathon, the 40Ks in the mountains with my uncle. And I did 32 solid without stop. Like, we stopped at 20Ks and had a quick 2-minute break, water and some food. And then 12Ks back, after 32Ks, my body just hit this fucking wall where I was like, man, I'm in the most pain I've ever been. And because I kept saying it, it was worse.
You believed it.
Right, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Like, but then I couldn't walk properly for 6 days.
That's fucked.
And then that next weekend, after I recovered, the next Sunday, 7 days later, I went for a 21K run. Because I hadn't run all week and I felt like I needed to. And I felt good. I ran 21Ks, no problem. Like, I was a little sore after for like a day. So, like, you can tell how much the body adapts from one fucking... And that's why I like to push myself. Because, bro, if you don't push yourself past that point... Like, I was in literally so much pain.
Yeah.
And I still, that last 8Ks, ran, walked. Well, you're in the middle of the mountains, there's no way out. So I had to go. But, like, in my mind, I wanted to stop, but you can't. There's nowhere to go. You just got to keep going. So that's why I do the crazy shit that people think's crazy. But it's not crazy compared to some people.
Yeah, at least you didn't like get all blisters and shit yourself like Goggins.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. See, I didn't shit myself. I didn't fucking blood pissing down my leg. Nah, fuck that.
Not yet anyways.
Nah, look, I had blisters and shit, and I'm pretty sure my foot's still broken, but besides that, it's nowhere near that. I didn't push myself to that level.
So the whole marathon thing only came about beginning of COVID?
Yeah, probably a week in.
Fuck.
When I couldn't go to the gym and I thought, fuck, I need to do something else. And because I went back to footy for the fucking first time I hadn't played footy in 4 years. Went back and I thought, I'll give it a try. And first training session we did the 5 and 5. You know what that is. And I did that and I did it in 6 minutes 30 seconds.
Shit.
And at the end I fell over. That's not a joke, bro. Legitimately, you can ask all the boys at training. I did it in 6 minutes 30 seconds and I fucking fell over. And my heart was just so. Like, I thought to myself, look, if I'm going to give footy a go, I'm going to get fitter. And because of COVID hit and there was no footy, I thought, fuck it. A lot of the other boys won't train. Which is what happened. A lot of boys didn't train. So right now, I'm the fittest I've ever been just because of COVID. So it's really, like, it was a fucking blessing for me. Yeah. Like, as much as my missus wasn't working and we were struggling a little bit with money, but, like, my mental and physical state could never be better.
Yeah, it gave you time to focus on yourself personally.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I was still working. Yeah. And I was like, we were actually busier than we'd ever been. Don't know how that works, but we were busier than we'd ever been. And so I was lucky in that regard as well. So I was lucky. I've been busy working, so I was still earning money and stuff. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's what changed. I started running because of fucking COVID.
So talk to me about footy, man. How old when you started playing?
3, bro.
3? Shit. I thought the age was like 6 that you could start.
No, 3, man. I started when I was 3. I started in 4th Division at Ridley Hill Dragons.
Ridley Hill. I started at Quakers Hill Destroyers.
Yeah, I remember you playing for Quakers Hill.
Yeah, well, you guys used to pump us.
Yeah, well, I went to Mincho and we had to just... because when I was young, I played for Colleton when I was in under sixes, and we did a gala day with the under sixes gala day, and Minchinbury were just dominating everyone. And we versed them, and they hadn't had a try scored against them all day. I scored 3.
Yeah.
And then the coach was like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" Like, because they were unbeatable side.
Yeah.
And then like my dad was like to me, "Look, Colton, we don't have many players or anything." He's like, "Would you rather go play and win?" I was like, "Fucking oath." I was 6. I want to win. I don't play to lose. And still to this day, I don't do anything to lose.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck it." My dad was like, "All right, I'll take you over to Mincham and see if you like it over there. See if you like the boys." Ended up over there. I was there for fucking 11 years, man.
How many premierships you guys win?
7 in a row.
Shit.
7 different teams. We beat 7 different teams in the grand final for 7 years.
Fuck.
We were unbeatable, man. It was crazy.
What was the toughest grand final? Would have been against St. Mary's or something.
Oh, for sure, St. Mary's. But bro, I remember. I'll take it back differently. We'll go. One year we versed Glenmore Park, right?
Yeah.
We won 42-0 in a grand final.
Fuck.
The week before that, we beat a team 52-0 in a semi-final. So we were unbeatable. Like, legitimately, we were that good.
Yeah.
Like, and our coach's motto used to be respect the other team in order, like, in a way, like, don't take it easy.
Yeah.
So we just fucking smashed teams. And then it got to a point where all the other good players that weren't playing for us started to move to St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And then it got to, I think it would have been our 8th grand final in a row we made it to, and St. Mary's beat us. They had a jam-packed side. We lost, and that year, 11 players left.
From you guys?
11 players left, right?
What age was that?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14s. 14s. So, 13s. So it would have been 13s. Yeah, 13s we lost. And all the players left, like a lot of good players. Like, you know, Kyle Winterstein.
Yeah.
Kyle Winterstein, Jerome. Jerome. So we had a lot of players. There was a lot more. Like Denzel, Tanise.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark Griffiths, like a whole bunch of like freaks.
Oh, they all went to Wenning, didn't they?
They all left. Yeah. Just Jerome went to St. Mary's, and like a whole they all just disappeared. We had like TJ Uele, like
Oh yeah.
legit, like a whole side of superstars left. So we were left with like fucking nothing. So we went and picked up all like our mates that we'd had from school, like Daniel Riddle and Liam Murray and a few other boys that like there was about a whole 11 players. So pretty much a whole starting lineup of different players. That year we made the grand final.
Yeah.
And all those boys that we picked up were second division players and like players that hadn't been in good sides. Like they were just like average players, and they come to us and they ended up being...
Yeah, because Damien Riddle, he was with us at Quakers.
Daniel, yeah, he was at Quakers for 10 11 years. His dad was coach over there. Yeah, so he moved to us, and him and he started playing super well over with us. And yeah, we went from literally 11 players, and we ended up, that was our hardest grand final. We went from playing with a side of just superstars, where like we were just fucking destroying everyone. We could have 8 players walk the whole game and still win games. Like legitimately not a joke. That's not a joke. But then the next year we had a side of like an actual team.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the grand final. We made the semi-final against Windsor, and it was probably the most grueling game. I broke my arm.
Shit.
No, sorry, that was a different... it was my first game back from a broken arm.
Yep.
Broke my arm 3 weeks earlier, and the doctor told me I'd have to have a cast on for 4 weeks and then have another 4 weeks to recover. But there was 3 weeks till the semi-final against Windsor. So 2 weeks later, after I broke my arm and I had the cast on for 2 weeks, I went to the doctor and he said, "Look, it's still broken. Don't like, you can't play, obviously." And I was like, "No, look, I got to play." He's like, "No, you can't." So I was like to my dad, "Look, can we cut it off?" So we cut it off, and and I played a week later, and I had this massive fucking thing on my arm.
Oh god!
Like it didn't hurt. Like it was fine. It was the second time I'd broken my arm, so I was over that pain. Like it didn't fucking bother me anymore. But then in that game, I broke my foot. About 8 minutes into the game,
Shit.
I started on the bench, and then I come on, and about 8 minutes before half time, I broke my foot. I played the rest of that game, and then we lost by fucking, I think it was 2 points by a penalty goal.
Fuck, spill.
And we scored a try just before the buzzer, and they didn't allow it.
Fuck. Talk to me about reps. Because you played Mats,
I played
ball, all that.
I played, Mats and SG. Yeah, Mats was good. I played with a few of my mates, and it was good. I was enjoying my footy back then. Like, Mats was when I was real. Like, I broke my arm, and I tried to get more. Like, I was scared.
Yeah.
And then just before Mats, we had like a development program, and as a coach, Jai Pittman, I was playing halves at the time. I was a 5'8", and I was real scared, and I didn't want to tackle. I'd miss tackles all the time. I wouldn't run. And then Jai Pittman one day, he's like, we were playing development, and Jerome and Cody Smith, so Jerome Luai and Cody Smith, they both were the halves, and I was going to be in the second side, but they had no good dummy half. So Jai was like, look, do you want to play dummy half? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'd never played it, but so we played our first game, and I was just passing the ball. I didn't know what dummy half was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And the second game, he goes, look, just run. All right. First set of the game, I take a scoot and I scored a try from our end of the field.
Yeah.
I ran the whole field and scored a try. And then I scored like 2 tries that game, set up like 4.
Yeah.
I played like an exceptional game. I think it was against Central Coast. And so I was like, fuck, I want to play hooker always. So anyway, we get to Mats, and I started playing hooker that year at Mincho, and I was killing it. And I made Mats because I was playing so well.
Yeah.
And then when we got to Mats, like, it's a whole different level when you get up to like that representative level. Like, the discipline and the training is a lot different. And I like training. Fuck, I thought I liked training before I went to that. And like, the training's hard, don't get me wrong. Like, it's physically hard, but it's the fact that the coaches like are different.
Yeah.
Like, it's more like that. When I had the same coach for so many years, it's like we're friendly, and like even still, I still friendly with him. But once I got up to that level, the coach didn't like me. And as soon as the coach didn't like me, I was like, fuck, what can I do? Like, I played a couple of games and I got sacked. And I wasn't playing bad. I was playing average, but I wasn't playing bad. And everything I normally do in a game, they used to tell me, he'd tell me, don't do that, do this. And I'm like,
So you couldn't play a natural game?
Couldn't play my natural game, and it just threw me off. And then, so Harold Mats, I had a pretty ordinary year. And then the next year I made SG train on a year up, and I got dropped the final cut, and then played SG. But SG, when I made it in the trainers and that, there's like, it gets very political.
Yeah.
And like very sectioned. Like, I wouldn't say political. It's not like they're picking people because they like them more, but there's like groups of players that like each other more, and then they train together, and then they like generally play better together. So I wouldn't say it's political. They are better players, but it's because they're in that
together.
Yeah, and they get that chemistry. Whereas all my mates stopped playing. Yeah, like none of them made it. I was the only one left out of my close mates, and then I was left out, and I just like ended up playing academy, and I got injured again, and I just, after that I was like, fuck this, too much. Like, I lost the drive to play. It wasn't fun anymore, so that's why I stopped.
And then 20s?
Oh, sorry, yeah. After SG, I played one more year. And I made 20s train on. I got there, and then I was like, the same thing. I was like, man, it's exactly the same players, exactly the same thing. I was like, before they even cut me, I knew I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't up to that level because I didn't have that, it wasn't fun for me anymore. Yeah. So like, and all those other boys, man, they trained fucking hard. And like, I was a punce, man. I didn't want to train. I trained, I liked training, but I didn't. Like, we used to go to knapsack and that, and fucking all those boys would be up the front, and I'd just be fucking dragging back the front rowers.
You wanted to do like ball work, but not like
I like playing footy. I didn't like training that hard, you know. That's changed a lot now, but yeah. So that was what happened at 20s. I knew I'd get dropped. I got dropped pretty early on, so I didn't have much to see up at 20s.
And then you just quit?
Yeah, I played at Mounties C grade with a few boys but I was not in. I didn't go training, and I was working a lot, and so yeah, it wasn't really.
How many boys from Mincho actually made it?
Jerome,
that's all.
That's it, man. TJ went to France.
Oh, he's in France now, is he?
Oh, he come back. He went to France for a year, and he was playing
Dragons, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at Dragons in the 20s.
He played Cup there as well.
And Cup, he would have played Cup. Yeah, he's a monster of a man. He's a freak.
And then you had Robbie Graham. He went up to 20s as
Robbie's
well.
And 20s. They just a lot of the boys, like, we had do you know Shane Coppins is?
Yeah, he was at St Mary's 2 years ago.
He could have been the best player ever to play.
He was a gun.
He was a freak, and he's got too many injuries, man, back and all this sort of stuff.
I hated versing you guys because trying to tackle him, he would just palm me in the sternum. Fucked me every time.
Man, he was an absolute animal. He was an animal, bro.
It's crazy how growing up you see these players that could have been anything,
and then they just turn into
give it
nothing.
away. Yeah.
Well, I was one of those, man. I was good. There was a few years there where I was really fucking good. I was playing like mats. I was before like all this shit with the coach happened, and like I could tell I was out on the outers.
Yeah.
I got man of the match a couple of games in the years. There's only like I think it's 13 games in the year. I was man of the match fucking, I think two games, and I got like player for a game. Man, I was playing well, but the coach didn't like me and just kept putting me on the bench, kept putting me on this, like, and so I lost a little bit of interest because that, and my head wasn't strong. Like,
yeah,
same as like going through all those failures. I failed a lot in footy, man. I was getting dropped. I got dropped a lot. Right when I made academy, I was captain.
Fuck.
First game, I get knocked out. Lost my captaincy, bro. And it wasn't because I played the rest of the year. I played good. I was playing really good, and I just didn't get that captaincy back. But like that dropped my confidence, and I'm a very confidence driven. Like I get like when I'm getting boosted up, I play better. If I'm like, and I work on my own confidence. I was very unconfident back then, and then people giving me like when I started playing hooker and like I played really well, and like the coach was like, "Oh man, that's your position," and all these other people were saying how good I was playing. That's what made me play better. Yeah. And then once I started to get pushed down by another person like that was a coach, it like made me go fuck.
You start to believe it, or
I start to think I was fucking shit, and then which was half true, but it wasn't like I was only playing shit because he was telling me I was playing shit. But then I went to academy, I got captain, and that first game I played fucking super well, and I got knocked out. There's nothing I can do about that, bro. And that's what used to happen a lot. I used to get knocked out a lot, and like I was very injury prone because I was like you, bro. I was small. Yeah. Fucking, I was tiny.
Yeah. We were probably the same size, bro.
Bro, I reckon the same size. Yeah, I was. Man, they called me chicken legs, bro.
Bro, I always got told you got to put on more weight. But that hurt me sometimes as well.
That's part of the reason I got dropped at Penrith was especially 20s. They didn't want to borrow me. I was too small. And that's that's part of the reason it drove me to train so fucking hard in the gym. Yeah. Like, I was like, man, I just get bigger. But then I enjoyed the gym so much that I was like, fuck footy. Who cares about that shit? I just want to train, man. Like, which was the opposite of before. I used to just want to play and I didn't want to train. So. Then
you had a few years off and then you tried to come back for brothers and then injury?
Yeah, I did my hip, but it was only a small injury. It wasn't nothing major. It was just like, I had a week out of the gym, and having a week out of the gym for me froze me off big time. Yeah. And like I thought to myself, I'd rather not play footy and be able to train every day and be like in that routine and be happy with like, because I love training, bro. Fuck. Yeah. It's like my favorite. It's my therapy. I do it not every day, but most days. And like if I have more than 3 days off in a row, I feel like crap. It's just what happens. So I was like, fuck footy. I don't worry about it. I don't care about it. I don't need it. And then again this year, I went to a Panthers game, and I seen Cleary and Jerome, who, bro, I used to be the hooker and they were the halves, right? Yeah. At Matt's end when I was at SG. And I was like, man, I could fucking be playing, bro. And I was like, fuck, I should just give it another try. I was like, the reason I didn't make it so small. Then I was like, I'm a lot bigger now. Like, I'm still small in comparison, but I'm still a lot bigger than what I was. Like, fucking 50 kilos dripping wet back then. But so I was like, I'll just give it another crack. And that's why I went to Workers this year. And didn't even get to play the first game.
No, I thought I was going to verse you that fucking round.
Man, well, I was named. Who
played hooker for you guys that round?
Zach. His name's Zach. He got smashed by your hooker. What's his name? The Beast.
Was it Farkas?
Yeah, fucking smashed him. Yeah, absolutely not. And then Kenny ended up playing hooker, but because they didn't put a hooker on the bench, I don't know why. Like, it was stupid. But the reason I didn't play was because I kept missing training. But the reason I was missing training, bro, I was working 16-hour days. Yeah. So it's hard to get to training after fucking working, and I would have been fucking 2 hours late, and it would have been there, and I would have been finishing. And like at the start, they're like, yeah, we understand. But then it got to the point where like the Shield coaches didn't care because they knew I deserved to play, but the upper guys were like, no, it's not fair. Which is fair enough. I understand.
There's a few guys that dropped down, like Blau, Marbani.
Yeah, there was a fair few that went down from the Massey side.
was a good game though. I enjoyed it.
Nah, fuck, I didn't get to play. I was watching from the fucking sidelines. I wish I played it. Well, that's the thing. I went back to play and I didn't even get to play a game. And then COVID hit and then they cancelled all the games. So, and that's why I started to get into like the running and shit because I was like, man, I'm just going to do something else. Because I always need something to look forward to.
Yeah. Once it got cancelled, I just lost my drive and I was like, fuck.
Fuck training. Yeah, but that's bad, bro. You got to get back into it.
So no, yeah. Now I'm like, fuck. If I want to have a good year next year and like make something of it, I got to start training and preparing.
You got to fucking smash it, bro. It's easy, but it's not hard.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. Just got to stay consistent, really. That's all it is.
Yeah, consistency and discipline, bro. Discipline's a big thing. Everyone's like, motivation, bro. Motivation's shit.
It only gets you so
Motivation lasts you fucking 1 hour, bro, and then you're like fucking, there's fucking Maltesers over there. I'll go eat those.
Especially when shit gets hard, bro.
Bro, when shit gets hard, motivation does nothing for you, man. It's the discipline. It's like being in that routine. That's why I enjoy getting up at 2:30, 3 o'clock and going to the gym. Because if I don't, I feel like crap, bro. Like today, I go play, bro. I feel like crap. I feel better now, but I feel like crap because I hadn't done anything for like 3 hours in the morning. Sat on the couch, bro.
So talk to me about your fitness journey. So you were skinny and then you bulked all the way up to what, 100 and something?
Yeah, I was. Oh man, I've been training for a long time.
Yeah.
But like footy and on and off, and like I wasn't really doing anything significant. And then I like to do these things where I just like to do challenges. I like to do if people throw out like. I love bodybuilding, right? I love bodybuilding. I watch bodybuilding stuff all the time and I like the way they do things and their mentality and shit. So when I first started out, I was like, I was fucking skinny as. I was like, 55, 60 kilos. Yeah. When I first started going to the gym and I used to just train for fun, and then I started to get real into it. I started to really enjoy it and think like if I had a few days off, as I said, if I had a few days off, I started to feel weird. I didn't know what it was, but it's clearly the gym. So I went and my whole thing was to get as big as I could, and I hated being called chicken legs. Yeah. So I started training legs like a fucking madman. Like I just started getting as big as possible, and like I got up to I think it was about 70 to 72 kilos, and I thought I was big. I was like, fuck, bro, that's 10 kilos. But I was a bit fatter than because I used to be super skinny, and I thought I was a bit fatter, and like I was muscly, but I wasn't like super muscly. But that took a long time to get that much weight. And then from 70, I think I was about 75 kilos, and I went into powerlifting, and I did powerlifting at a under 81 kilo class, and I won my weight class in my first powerlifting meet, plain and simply because I benched so much.
How much did you lift that day?
My total, I think it was 520. I did 140 bench. I went for 150 because the record at the time, it was my first ever meet, and I did 140 my second lift because I was going to go for 145, and I'd never hit 145 before. So I was like, and I seen on the wall, I was a few of the boys that I met that day, they were like 147 was the record, 147 and a half. They're like, bro, just go 150. I was like, fuck it, all right. Like, I was like, fuck it. And as soon as someone says you can't do it, I'm like, fuck, you don't want to bet? I'll fucking try. So I went for 150 and I just missed. Like, I got almost all the way. I just couldn't lock it out. And I squatted like 160, but it was like super easy. I could have done 180, I reckon. But I just never squatted that much before. And I deadlifted 220. So it was a good day. I was like because competition, for me, like when I was competing against people, I was like, man, I got to lift more than these fucking guys.
Yeah, it hypes you up more as well.
Yeah, man, I was super hyped. And like, especially the powerlifting community, man, is crazy over there. They fucking, everyone cheers you on.
Where'd you do it at?
Over at, where was it? Adonis Athletics in, it was Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
It was Liverpool, yeah. It was awesome, man. It was so fun. But then after that, I was 80 kilos at the time, and I was like, man, I just want to bulk and get as big as possible. So I got to 100. I got to 99. I didn't get to those 3 digits. My goal was 3 digits, and I got to 99. And I was looking at myself in the mirror one day. I was like, man, I am fat. Like, there's a picture of me on Instagram.
I've seen some pictures. Yeah,
man, I was big, and like that was my goal. I did it on purpose. I was literally like, if I counted my calories, I was on nearly 6,000 a day.
Fuck.
By the end, like I was legit. I was eating like my exact diet that I had before was like 3,300, right? And I was eating that in a. I just had it quicker. Instead of eating it throughout the day, I was having it before dinner. So all of them, my meals, I just fit them in before dinner, and then for dinner I'd have takeaway every night. Yeah. And like a family feed, not just takeaway. I'd have a family feed,
so or like bulked.
And then I had a tub of ice cream every night.
Oh, shit.
a 1 kilo tub or half every night, at least half every night. I forced myself, like, there was times I did not want to eat that fucking ice cream, but bro, you got to do it.
What did the toilet look like the next morning?
Bro, listen, I was shitting 4 times a day, bro. I was bazooka in that time, but I got big, man. I was like, I felt like shit, bro. Honestly, I want to do it again. However, my missus hated it. Like 30 seconds in, I'd be puffed out. And then tying my shoelaces, bro. Fuck. Getting out of bed, I'd be puffed. Like, she'd laugh at me when I'd get out of bed because I'd be breathing heavy. Yeah. Man, honestly, I feel like I was on a path to diabetes. Like, I was eating, bro, unbelievable amounts of food.
So how heavy you want to get next time?
I'd love to get 110, but problem is I slimmed back down.
Yeah.
And when because I was 80 and I wasn't shredded, I was like at a good body. I was probably around 14%. I don't know exact, but about 14%. I didn't measure it. But then I got to 99 and I would have been like 60%. I don't know. I was huge. And then when I shredded, I got back down to 87 and I was at the same lean level as I was at 80. So I put on about 5 or 6 kilos. It was about a 3-month bulk and then a 2-month cut. So 5 months, I put on about 6-7 kilos, which is fucking really good especially for natural, is really good. But as soon as I started to cut again, I just lost all of it. I'm back down to 80. I'm 85 now, but I got down to 80 kilos when I was doing that 75-day challenge.
Yep.
Because I wasn't purposely cutting, but I was just eating such clean foods.
Yeah, I've seen those pictures. You got fucking shredded.
I got shredded, man. But I was eating such clean foods, and I was training like a madman.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what started me running as well. Because I was watching all these people do it, and like they were walking and stuff like. And I was like, man, I don't want to half-ass this shit. I just want to fucking smash it. And like watching Andy Frisella, when he talks about it, he's like, oh, all these people, like, they're not going to do it properly, you know, that. And I was like, man, I'm not going to be one of those people where he's talking about where they're not going to do it properly. And I just fucking smashed it, bro. I was running, I was lifting weights, I was like fucking hitting it hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like my easy day was yoga, and yoga is not easy.
Nah.
Like, so I got down to like 80, I think it was 80 kilos was the lowest I got.
Shit.
And then since then, it's been about 3 months. I'm back up to like 85. But I'm still running and I'm fitter than I was then. So
The heaviest I was 87.
Is that the heaviest you've ever been? Bro, you got a dirty bulk, man. I'm telling you, it's the best way.
Now I'm like 75, bro.
Wow,
I'm
man.
fucking hating it, man. Like before...
Are you seriously down to 75, bro? You looked a lot bigger, especially in the gym, bro. You didn't look small.
Before COVID, I was 80. So I've dropped 5 kilos over COVID because I just didn't do anything.
You got to eat, bro.
Sitting on this fucking computer
You
all
got to
day.
eat, bro. You got to stop having little smoothies, bro. You got to eat. I'm telling you, bro, eat. It's like, look, if your goal is to stay fit and lean and strong, it's hard to get dirty bulk. It's not sustainable. Well, it is fun. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun until I got to like 96. And from 96 to 99, it was actually like it was a what would you call it? It was work.
Yeah.
Eating that food was fucking hard, man. But dieting is so much easier. Getting skinny is easy for guys like me and you.
Yeah.
And people that are big, they're like, oh man, what? They're like, it's so hard to lose weight. I'm like, man, it's so hard to gain weight.
I know.
But I was that guy. I remember being young and being like 16, 17, going, oh man, I can never put on weight. But I just wasn't eating.
You think you're eating heaps, but you're
really not. Like I was having like Maccas in the morning, then Maccas at night. That's like 2 meals.
Yeah.
I was eating literally 8 meals a day of like 6 clean foods and then fucking 2 gigantic feasts.
I don't have time to eat that much food.
But yeah, see, I had plenty of time. I was only working and I was training. That's it.
Yeah. Unless I went through drive-through all the time, then I could fit it all in. But yeah.
Nah, I just meal prep, bro. Meal prep's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I before I even start work, I have 3 meals. I eat. I go to the gym. I have a protein shake. I get to work and I eat again.
I'm only just now having 1 meal before work.
That's bad, bro.
During COVID, I was nothing.
No wonder why you're only 75 kilos,
I know.
bro. You got to start eating some food, man.
I know. Fuck.
Bro, meal prep's the most important thing, bro.
Yeah.
I got to do that today. I still got to go grocery shopping, swim, meal prep.
Yeah, I've got
Meal
to start.
prep's like, I've gotten it down to an art form. I can do 4 days in an hour.
What are you cooking there?
Chicken and rice, bro.
Just basics. Chicken.
Salmon and rice, bro. Steak and sweet potato. That's it. Bro, legit, I eat the same foods every day, man. Listen,
Do you have one of those air fryers, bro? Just chuck it in there and leave it.
I want to get one, but last time I must have done it wrong or something, but it was fucking shit. I was like, fuck this air fryer shit. I don't want that rubbish.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But everyone's talking about it. I've been seeing heaps of stuff on it. They're meant to be really good, but
At least you don't have to sit there and watch it.
Yeah, well, I roast a lot of my stuff. I just chuck it in the oven and fucking hope for the best. Like with my potatoes and chicken, I cook on the pan, but it's not hard, man. You just turn it over. And
The bad thing was during COVID, we got those, that Marley spoon shit. The Hello Fresh, all that.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
we were having those for dinners. But before that, Mum would cook massive dinners and would have leftovers. So that's what I would eat the next day.
Yeah.
Then when we started this, I would have no leftovers, so I just wouldn't eat. But now we're back to having proper food, so I'm eating more again. So.
Yeah, for me, like the most important thing is food, bro. Food is like, if you but put it yesterday, right? That you were struggling in the gym, right? Like you were tired, but that's because you didn't have nutrients, bro. I ate twice. Yeah. Like before we worked out, I had already eaten twice, and like my breakfast was like over 1,000 calories. It was like 6 whole eggs, 4 pieces of toast with peanut butter, bro. It was like a lot of food. Yeah. So I still had energy after the knapsack run. That was like nothing for my body, and then Subway with the cookies, they smashed those cookies, man. They're my kryptonite.
I was depleted, bro. Fuck. I went and had Indian after the gym yesterday.
Did you feel better after you ate, but?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
some curry goat went down very well.
See, I had a protein shake after. Me and Small went in the sauna. We ended up doing the sauna, and then we had a protein shake, and then I ended up going doing arms yesterday.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
Nah, Small hit me up, and he's like, bro, let's go do arms. I was like, all right, fuck, I got nothing better to do.
I thought that's what he did yesterday at the gym.
Nah, he did biceps.
Yeah.
With back and biceps, and then he's like, oh fuck it, I'll do it again. And so he smashed arms. I trained with fucking Luke as well, which is my missus' brother. Yeah. And we smashed fucking. We had a good session actually. It was surprising. I thought I'd be knackered, but I was pretty energized.
I came home and fucking
passed out.
Had an hour or two nap, and I just didn't want to get out of bed. And then you told me to get the fuck up.
Look, bro, starting out it's hard. Like training like me takes a long time to get used to. Yeah. And that training, that was a pretty easy session. I'll be honest. That was like an 80% session.
Yeah, knapsack wasn't too bad. It was the gym.
But even the gym was only about an 80% session. It wasn't like I didn't like throw everything at you guys.
It was more so. It wasn't the exercise. It was more so I haven't lifted that heavy in a long time.
See,
so
the bench press is what threw you off, and especially your ego dropped straight away.
Yeah.
Well, bro, like we'll put it this way. Like I was lifting. Like I can't remember what I was doing. I think I did 2 plates, but that was like a long time to get there. That's like from powerlifting shit, but that's my strongest thing. It's like the bench press.
Yeah, it hurt me because I used to be able to lift to like 100 kilos easy on the bench, and then struggling with 60 kilos.
Bro,
like, fuck.
I was like this guy's gonna be pissed, and you were pissed. Like I see it in your face, you were like, fuck. But it was a good session though. It was fun.
It's alright. I'll get back. Don't worry. I'll outlift you one day.
Yeah, bro. Please. I say it to everyone. Everyone I train with, I'm like, bro, if you catch me, I'll fucking shake your hand. I want you to. I don't want people to.
Because then it pushes you harder.
Yeah,
as well.
man. As I said, I get confidence, right? So I live on confidence, right? So I like training with people that are better than me and I can catch, right? So that's one thing I like doing. But then I like training with people that aren't, and I can teach them something, and then as they're catching me, I'm like, fuck, I gotta pick up my game. So like I like that. I've barely trained with people that are better than me because I just can't. There's not many people around that want to train with someone that's below what they're at. Yeah. So it's hard to train with people that are fucking beasts, because when I go try and train with them, they don't want to train with anyone that's not at their level already. Yeah. So I enjoy training with people that are like either like just starting out or like have trained for a while but like need to get stronger or want to get better. So as long as they're willing to work, bro, I'll train with anyone, bro.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed yesterday, even though I nearly died. But like being in that environment of you and Ty and that, like I really loved it, man. It was good.
It was a good workout.
We'll definitely have to do it every few weekends or something.
Bro, I'm keen to do it every day, bro. I get in the gym every day, man. Like fucking, I'll be at the gym. I'm not going to the gym today, but like I want to. Man, even talking about it makes me want to go.
Well, that's why I went to the gym today, because you did arms yesterday. I was like, fuck, I got to go do arms. Seeing you do it, I was like,
yeah, that's awesome, bro. See, I like that, bro. That's mad. Like, and even though, like, when you were saying to me, you had like your ego was like shot. It's like, bro, don't worry about it, man. Like, as long as it wants you to work harder, as long as you want to work harder after, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I didn't give up, so that's all.
Yeah, well, bro, I have respect for anyone that puts effort into something. Like, bro, it's so good seeing you do this stuff, bro. It's awesome, man. I'm telling you. Compared to like when I first met you, bro, you were like the shyest kid. Yeah. You barely spoke to anyone. Like we had a few conversations, but it wasn't much. Like you were like fucking real shy, and didn't really talk to anyone, just like kind of sat in the side.
Yeah, school I just kept to myself.
Yeah, bro. It's like, and now if I can look at you, bro.
I know.
Now you're talking to everyone.
So talk to me about personal development. How's that for you? Like, what do you do in regards to that? Besides training.
Besides training, I read. I've been doing that book a week, man. But this week, I didn't finish my book, man. I'm not happy. I'm not going to be able to finish it tonight. I've got fucking 300 pages left. But this week's been super busy for me. So it's been like, I'm going to have to just read this one next week. It's just like...
it is what it is.
Yeah, I missed a week, but I'm pissed at myself. I'm fucking extremely pissed at myself. But that'll make me better, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but personal development, I read...
Do you listen to much podcasts besides
Bro,
mine?
I listen to podcasts all the time, man. All the time.
Who's your top podcast? Gary Vee has to be on there, does he?
Gary's alright, man. I listen to him every night. Nah, it's my Jocko, man. Jocko's good.
Yeah.
Jocko's good. Joe Rogan's the man.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like all his podcasts. I pick and choose, man. I like the ones where he brings on like savages, like Goggins and Cameron Haynes and Courtney DeWatt, like just absolutely like people that are just killing it. I like all sorts of podcasts like that where they're just people that just absolutely kill it. Like I like hearing stories of people that just do shit that's just unbelievable.
Yeah, there's some fucking, as I said, crazy people.
Man, and that's like, but that's my development. I want to be one day one of those people where people are like, fuck this guy, how the fuck did he do that?
And then
like,
they want to be like you.
Yeah, well, not really be like me, but be better because like I don't want to be like Goggins, man. But I want to be on that same level playing field. You know what I mean? Like I want to be someone that's like, if you mention like someone mentions, David Goggins, you're like, yeah, bro, that guy's fucked. Like someone mentions my name, then I want them to be like, fuck yeah, that guy's crazy. You know what I mean?
Like you're well known and respected.
Yeah, that's my end goal. Like, that's my overall fucking, like that's where I'm working towards. That's why every day, even days that I don't want to train, I fucking push myself to at least do something. Like you can't be a savage from the start, but you can at least work your way there.
What are the top 3 books you've read?
Top 3, man. Fuck. Oh.
Would Goggins be up there?
Goggins number 2. Number 1 is An Unfortunate Life.
Oh,
A.B. Facey. He's an Aussie guy.
Yep.
It's from like the early 1900s. It's his life story, and it is an awesome book, man. I learned a lot from that about like life in general.
Yep.
And like failures and like working hard and shit. That was an awesome book. Goggins number 2, and probably Atomic Habits, man.
Yeah, that was awesome book.
That was an awesome
read that
book.
one.
I just read that. I'm gonna read that again when I'm done this challenge.
Fucking spewing, bro. I lent it to someone. Still hasn't given it back to me.
Fuck. Have you read Relentless? Tim Grover?
No, that's on my list as well.
That's a good book as well, man. But that was back before I like enjoyed reading. So I read it and I was like, I didn't really pay much attention. I was just like reading for the sake of reading.
Yeah.
But now that I read a lot more and I enjoy it, I actually focus more on the book. Whereas that, I need to read it again to actually get...
What about the Jocko books, Extreme Ownership? And
that was awesome, man. I'm reading Dichotomy. That's the one I'm reading now. Extreme Ownership was awesome. The problem with the Jocko book is it's for business.
Yep.
And like I want to do something in business later, but right now it's not. So I'd read it again.
Yeah.
Once I get into more of the leadership and business side of things. Because that was for business probably one of the best books you probably read.
What's your morning routine like?
Oh man, every day, bro. 2:30, bro. Get up, eat my eggs and bagels. At the moment it's 4 eggs and I have 2 bagels with peanut butter. Smash that down. Sometimes I read, sometimes I visualization a little bit for about 10 minutes. But then by that time I'm ready to get up and smash my pre-workout on my way to the gym. Drive to the gym, smash a workout. Always smash a workout.
Is there many people there when you go?
Yeah, bro. Same
Really?
10 people every single day. Every single day.
Bodybuilders or?
Nah, just grinding. People just grinding, bro. Just like... I have so much respect, bro, for the same people. When I see the same people's face every single day, bro, it's crazy. It's fucking, like, who the fuck wants to get up 3 o'clock and go to the gym, bro?
Exactly.
No one. Like, no one wants to go to the gym at 3 o'clock. Like, I do. but that's only because I know if I don't, I have to do it later. Yeah. And it's harder to, do things later in the day when you're tired.
Especially after work and that, yeah.
Yeah, man. But I've done it. I've done the afternoon and I still don't miss days because it's what I do. But the morning is awesome, man. And after I go to the gym, I have a protein shake on my way to work. I get to work. eat breakfast at work, then I start my day and I work however many hours doing meters, just same shit all day. Fucking boring.
Does it get boring? Yeah.
Fucking boring. I'm over it, bro. I've been over it for a while, but I'm doing it at the moment. Like, I don't mind doing it because I do all my other stuff
Yeah.
outside. Like, it's not really, it doesn't ruin my day.
Yeah.
Like, there's some days it's like, fuck man, why am I here? You know, like, why am I doing this shit? But like, I've got my PT. I'm doing my PT course online as well, and I've almost finished. I just got to do work experience, but because of COVID, I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah.
So I just got to organise that, and then I'll be qualified as a PT. And hopefully in about, what's the date today? 12. In 2 weeks, I apply for the Fireys as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's my next little thing. If I get in there, I'm trying to get in that. So because that's what I've always wanted to do, from when I was probably 10, man.
Yeah.
That was my initial goal before I started living life and enjoying everything else.
So you plan to leave this job you're at now and do Fireys and PT?
I've been planning for a while, but it's hard, man. You got to work in them many hours and then trying to do things on the side. And because I enjoy training so much, I don't want to skip that in order to, so it's like trying to fit in getting my Cert 3 and 4. I've already got my Cert 3. I just got to get my work experience for my Cert 4. So
I tried to do the course online. I just couldn't do it. It was fucked. So shit.
It is shit. But the thing is, with the Cert 3, the whole thing is like I already knew all of it. Like legitimately, I didn't even have to do it. But the Cert 4 is getting a bit harder. It's like there's things that I haven't known. You got to pay attention. You got to actually watch the lectures and actually read the fucking textbook. Whereas the Cert 3, I didn't have to do any of that. I was just passing all the exams just by knowing what I already know, because I do a lot of research on training and diet and stuff. But yeah, the Cert 4 is getting a bit harder, and I need to do the work experience. But it's fucking tough, man. I got to find time to go find a trainer that wants to do it.
Yeah, exactly. You have ice pass every day, do you?
Not every day. No, not every day. Not every day.
Because I fucking see it on your Instagram.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Oh, okay.
Twice a week.
Thought it was every day.
I missed my Wednesday session this week because I was so tired, I didn't have time. So I got to do mine today. That's my Sunday. Every Sunday when I start a new book, I start a new ice bath.
Yeah. During preseason, I had ice baths after every session.
They're the best, man.
I know.
They're fucking amazing. I honestly, like, if I miss my Sunday, I'll have it on Monday.
Yeah.
I can't go. It's crazy, man. I love it. I think it's fucking great. I get it. I like to, but the worst part is before I get in, like, the whole time I'm like, man, I don't want to get in this shit.
How long do you stay in for?
20 minutes.
See, I was only doing like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. See, I do. There was at the start I was doing 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I feel better. I just get in it and I just read.
Do you follow Wim Hof? Have you heard of him?
Yeah, bro. I know Wim Hof.
He's a crazy motherfucker as well.
That guy is a nutter, bro. I've read his book. I've read one of the books on him as well. He's like 5.
Do you follow a guy called Lewis House?
No.
Okay, so he and all these, like, I think there was 10 other business guys. They went on a Wim Hof trip to wherever he lives, and they were in ice baths every day, just in their underwear.
Yeah.
Walk hiking in the snow and shit like that. It was like crazy. You know, On It.
Yeah, On It Nutrition.
Aubrey, I think his name is, the guy who owns it. He was there as well, and they were all in this bath, like, doing these fucking weird, like, singing shit.
Yeah, the breathing techniques.
Yeah, the breathing and, like, they were singing songs and that. And it was like, it kind of looks cool. Like, it's crazy, but it looked hectic.
I got into him, bro. I got into him a while back, and that's when I started the ice baths. And the breathing techniques are like, they work, man. They're the reason that he's so big, because the breathing techniques, man, they work. Like, the ice baths work, but not to the degree that those breathing techniques, man, they help a lot of people, especially with stress and anxiety and stuff. See, I don't suffer from, like, I used to have, when my parents first split up and that, I had, like, depression and anxiety, and, like, I was, like, real depressed, and I cried a lot, and, like, I was real sad. People, they used to call me Kyle Cryfield or Cryle. I used to cop that, man. Like, but now I don't have any of that mental illness. Like, I don't have any problems with my mind. So, like, I don't do any of that breathing stuff. But for people, like, that have problems with anxiety and stuff, I would recommend it 110%. It's safe. I've, like, a lot of people that I've researched up in that save a lot of people, man.
Yeah, I'd love to go to one of his events. I'm pretty sure he came to Sydney last year, but I missed out on it.
There's a guy I run with. He's about 52. He's one of my uncle's mates. He's gone to one of the events.
Yeah.
And he said it's outstanding. He said he does his breathing techniques when he's driving, so he doesn't fall asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he drives trucks, and he said when he's in traffic, he just does his breathing techniques, and he feels like he's wide awake again.
Because I downloaded the app, and I did that a few times. The first thing it says is don't do it when driving.
No, but there's certain techniques that you can.
Yeah.
Like there's certain, like that's what he said. There's like a specific technique to keep you awake.
Yeah.
There's techniques to make you calm. There's techniques to reduce your anxiety levels. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's a nutter, bro.
Yeah.
He's next level, but he's a guy that's like, it's a different sort of crazy to what I like. Like I like him. Don't get me wrong. He's doing some cool shit, and I respect anyone that's just savage.
Yeah.
But like, man, that's crazy, man.
Have you seen like all the studies and shit they've done on him?
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
But it's not just him. It's people that he
trains
He
as
trains.
well, yeah.
They get those benefits, man. Their immune systems become stronger. Everything, man. It's crazy.
When he comes to Australia next, I'll definitely be going.
Bro, if you go, let me know. I'll go for sure.
I will, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
So, what's been your biggest challenge in life thus far? And how'd you overcome it?
Biggest challenge, man. Whew. Fuck. I don't know, man. Probably my parents splitting up.
Yeah.
Probably going through all that. And a lot of stuff in my family's tough, man. Like,
Did it affect you a lot mentally?
at times I have patches, man. Like recently, it's been around. Like just recently, my dad and his ex split up, and like my dad's been going through a tough time. So that's been harder on me than I thought it would be, because
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot closer with him because of it. But it's, man, like mental challenge is a lot harder than any physical challenge you can go
Exactly.
through. Like your mental state, but for me, my mental state is super strong because of what I went through.
The
when I
mind
was
is
young.
amazing, though.
Yeah, bro.
What it can accomplish. And
It's
do.
crazy, man. It's crazy. And that's like when you see guys like Goggins and all that, and they go through hell, man. Like Goggins, man, you read his book, man, he's gone through hell. And like, that makes you a lot stronger. Like, see, man, I've had a pretty breezy life. Like, besides little things, like my family, that was reasonably tough, but there's a lot more worse things that could happen.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, so I appreciate that it's only been little things that are, but I also don't get complacent. I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be always easy. That's why I train hard and I do things and I like challenging myself, because I don't want it to be fucking easy, but it is.
Yeah.
Like my life's pretty fucking easy. I've got a girlfriend and we have an awesome relationship. We barely ever, I don't even know if we argue. We don't even argue.
Probably because you don't see her much.
No, we don't argue. Like we have tiffles, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone has fucking little disagreements and shit, but I think we maybe had one fight, and that was the one where I fucking lost my shit.
Yeah.
And then like, we've got our own place, you know, I've got family that loves me. I've got like, you know, all this stuff I can do. I have freedom. I can do whatever I want. Like, people don't appreciate it enough.
It's just the little things in
man,
life.
people don't appreciate it enough. And that's why I do things that are hard, because otherwise I'd be fucking complacent and I'd be super comfortable, which I get comfortable at times, but man, doing things that are hard is the only way to fucking grow, especially like mentally.
So what's your why?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, getting deep.
I think about it a lot, but like, it's hard to say, man. There's a lot. The main thing is I don't want my future family, like my kids and that, to look at me and say, my dad could have been this. I'd rather them say, my dad is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, I want to give them the best. I would know, like, even if I got, like, I'm not talking money wise or anything like that. They're just achievements, just things that I've done. Like, I don't want to be like, when I'm fucking 40 going, oh, back in the day. Like, I still want to be doing shit.
Yeah, one of those guys that goes, oh, back when I was...
Yeah, like, I don't want to be like, oh, back when I was playing footy. Like, fuck, who cares, man? No one gives a fuck about you when you were fucking 20. Now you're 40. What are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like, that's my why. Like, I don't want to ever get complacent. I want to keep moving forward always. I want to be fucking 60 and still be able to run around the fucking block. Like, and be able to play with my kids or my grandkids even.
Yeah.
Like, that's my reason for fucking doing what I do, especially the physical side.
Yeah.
Like, mentally, like, obviously I want to be successful. Everyone wants to be fucking successful. Everyone wants money, but money isn't my driver. Of course, everyone wants it, but it's not my driver. My driver is literally for respect from my family and people I'm close to.
Money comes and goes.
Yeah, man. And if I could help people along the way, anyone else, then no problem.
Yeah.
That's what I like doing. Like, guys that I train, like just like helping you in the gym, like, or like going for a run and like just helping you get back to wanting to train again, like things like that, man. That's like what I like to do. It's like, that's the reason I do it every day.
Who do you look up to, or who inspires you?
Man, lots of people, bro.
Yeah,
lots of people, man.
What would you top 3?
Man, Goggins got to be up there. Goggins
Yeah.
is the man. Like that. Cameron Haynes.
Yeah.
Cameron Haynes a fucking phenom. Man, it's hard to say, man. Like third, man. I don't know. Can't think.
We'll stick with those two.
Those two are probably the keys. And just anyone that's like killing it. Just anyone that's like. I don't like people that are like sugarcoat things. Like I like the guys that are just straight up. Just this is what you got to do. Like I love motivational speeches and like all that sort of stuff and like ET and like all those guys that like preach and like that. But man, they're not doing that much with it. Whereas like these guys are doing their fucking hard work themselves and then they're preaching afterwards. That's what I like. I like the hard yards. Anyone that does the hard yards. Yeah. That's what I look up to. Anyone that's just putting in the work every day.
Where do you see yourself in the next few years? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, man, killing it, bro. Just killing it, man. I'm gonna be doing a fucking 200-mile race in the mountains in 2 years, bro. 100%.
Is that your goal?
That's my goal. Yeah, is to finish a 200-mile race.
Shit.
In 2020.
How many kilometers is that?
350. It's in the mountains, man. It's from Katoomba. You come down, you end up down here, down at the bottom of the mountain. You go back to Katoomba.
Wow.
That's my physical, and then like business wise, I want to be either in the fireys with a PT business on the side, or a coaching business in general. Like I want to be able to, not just training, not just personal training. I want to be like a coach, like a, Tony Robbins.
Yeah, like a life kind of coach.
Like a life coach sort of thing. Like I love helping people, but it's like, I just don't know how to get into that. So I'm just working my way up and just working on myself and trying to be the best I can. So then if people do want me to help them, I can.
Are you planning to run marathons that next year?
Yeah, man. Fuck, whenever they open up, man, I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to run.
Yeah.
I just want to anything that I can push myself where I can like, because bro, honestly, as I said, when I started 4 months ago when I started running, bro, 2Ks was hard. Now, bro, I'm looking at running marathons and ultra marathons. Yeah. Because fuck it, bro, let's do it.
Yeah, my goal next year is to hopefully run a marathon.
Bro, just anything you need, bro, if I can run with you. It's pushing your mind. It's the mind, bro, especially running, because it's so hard. Yeah. Right, it's all in the mind, bro. Like once you're past that point of like the pain doesn't get. I've learned after about a certain distance, for everyone's different, but after a certain distance, it just doesn't get any more worse. It's just the same pain, and it's like your mind's telling you it's getting worse, but really it's not.
I don't get tired, bro.
Yeah, I don't get tired.
I was saying that yesterday.
Chad Wright, bro. Chad Wright, that guy. He's also motivational, man. Chad Wright, he's the man. And Jesse Itzler, man, those guys are fucking crazy.
It's crazy how if you talk to yourself and say positive things, like the body just goes.
Yeah, man. Like in the gym, bro. Like I tell myself I'm a fucking savage. I like the whole time I'm like, I'm a beast. Like I can do this. Like when I put 100 on the bar yesterday, there was no doubt in my mind I could lift it.
Yeah, you just threw it on straight away and you're like, yep, let's go.
There's no doubt in my mind, but I hadn't done that in a while. Yeah. Because I just didn't know. Like I was like, because of COVID, I hadn't trained like heavy in a while. But man, I threw that on there, man. I felt good. I was like, man, this is like a lot of it is in the mind. Like especially when I did that powerlifting meet, man, I was like, I can do this. Like the 150 was that little bit. Like, I was a little bit hesitant, which I shouldn't have been. I should have just been confident. But because I was expecting to do 145, my mind had already lost. So like whereas everything else, I hit every other target because I knew what I was going to get. Like it's confidence, man, and I work a lot on confidence. Everything I do, I'm super confident.
Are you planning to do like powerlifting comps again or bodybuilding?
Yeah,
or something?
man. Look, I'd love to be like, you know what you said before. What would I like? What would you say? What was your question? What would I see myself? Like, like what's my why, sort of thing. Another part of that is I want to be able to be the guy. If someone goes to me, oh, let's go work out. Anyone, even savages. You want to go work out in the gym? I can keep up. Yep. And if someone's like, oh, let's go for a run, let's go for a 50-mile run, I can keep up. Like if anyone asks me to do anything, I should be able to do it. That's my. Yeah. I don't want to have to, especially physically. I want to be able to do anything. Like that's pretty much why I train hard and like put my mind, and it's a lot of it's in the mind, man, and confidence in yourself.
So you want to do bodybuilding as well?
I'd love to, bro. That was my goal when I first started training. Yep. But then I was too small. And then now I'm bigger and I'm like, but the problem is like I wouldn't, if I was to get into bodybuilding, I'd probably think about getting on steroids. Like that, and that's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So if I was to ever do bodybuilding, I wouldn't do it naturally. It's not worth it. It's just it's pointless putting your body through torture and you're not getting results from it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, you'd have to get on it. It's not.
They're
like,
all on gear anyway.
They're all 100%. Like same as sports bike, man.
Yeah.
Like a majority are on gear, but I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
If you're killing it, bro, good on you. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I just think anyone that lies about it's just a dickhead. But a lot of the sports you have to.
Yeah.
In order to keep playing, but what can you do, bro? Like I got nothing against them. But anyone that's killing it, like the best, like Lance Armstrong, everyone gives him shit for getting on the gear. It's like, man, if you're the best in the world, you're the best in the world if you're on it or not. Like that year that he got done, if they went back and they found someone that wasn't, they had to go to 27th place.
Fuck.
So get rid of his, they got rid of his fucking trophies. But if you wanted to find someone that wasn't on it, it's 27th place. Like,
did you watch that documentary on Netflix on him?
Yeah.
That was awesome. I really liked that one.
Yeah, I watched it. That was a while ago. I watched it.
Yeah. So last question. This is a new question I'm starting to ask. What's your definition of success?
Definition of success. Probably what I said before. My family, like people I care about and people that I listen to telling me that I'm doing something good and helping people and like look, don't get me wrong, I do things that are selfish a lot, but I do it because later on I know I'm going to be able to help people from the things that I've done. A lot, like success is definitely, obviously wealth is part of it. You if you got wealth, you can help more people. Yeah. Which is, that's completely, wealth is definitely part of it. But the major thing is like, you can't really say happiness because happiness comes and goes. More like like knowing myself that I've reached what I want. Yeah. Just always moving forward, I feel is success. If you ever go backwards, that's you've lost. So success probably always moving forward, always being better every day. Sweet. And quickly, where can people find you on social media? Oh, just Kyle Banfield Fitness. Yep. On Instagram. That's about it. Sweet. Thank you for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to keep training with you. That's it, bro. Let's go. Easy work. All right. See you, mate.